Yo, what's up? Today I'm going to show you how to smoke salmon at home. What people do, they go and buy it at the supermarket and it costs way too much. Come over here. This fillet here cost about $21. So if you actually bought that already smoked at like sea market or whatnot, you'll see that they charge about $44 to $50 for it to be smoked. I want to teach you how to do it cost effectively and actually better than what they can do. First off, have a look. Down here is the pin bones. So when you buy this fillet from the shop, sometimes you can get a pin bone, but it's going to cost a little bit more, so it's best to do it yourself. I'm going to teach you how to get some tweezers, make sure it's clean and that it hasn't been anywhere foreign, and then you can see the pin bones. What you do, I've got it positioned on an angle, so when I do go to pull out the bone, my finger here is pushing on the meat or the flesh next to it, and it's keeping it from ripping, and it comes straight out. What you want to do is go with the grain, okay? So again, grab it, hold your finger near the bone, and just help it pop it out, and you pull it towards you. Don't go against, go with, okay? So I'm going to demonstrate one more time. Boom, hold your finger there and pull it straight out so it doesn't rip, and then you're going to get a nicer looking, well presented piece of meat. So I'll just do that quickly. Boom. Oh. Takes a bit of time and practice to get used to this, but once you do it, you become a whiz. And basically I always start from the middle and work my way down the fillet. That way I won't tear the flesh, and when I smoke it, it keeps it in one piece. It's so easy to be rough and to tear the flesh, and that looks ugly when it comes to serving it. So there we go, it's all been pin boned. I started doing that one a bit earlier. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is teach you how to smoke it at home. You don't need any flash equipment or anything like that. All I've got is this piece of fillet. I'm going to show you ingredients, okay? First off, I've got curcumin. This is light soy sauce, and basically that's going to give you a salty content. I'm just going to get this is a small pot. You're meant to have a bowl. All the bowls are all used up, so I'm going to teach you how to do it in a pot. A whisk, brown sugar, and this is all I'm going to do. I'm going to add around about half a cup of brown sugar. There you go. Half a cup is about 125 grams of brown sugar. I'm going to add the soy sauce to that. If you see what I'm doing, I'm just mixing it just enough to bind it. Don't want it too watery because I'm going to layer it over the flesh. See it's how it's mounted down quite nicely. See that? So you get your sweet and sour thing happening here. That right there, trust me, tastes beautiful. And all we're going to do is put that over the fillet. Okay. Before we do that, what I'm going to do is today at Nosh is quite a boutique food store. I've purchased some smoked salt, and what I'm going to do, and it's got some chili flakes in it. I'm going to use that in my mix as well, just to enhance the smoke flavour when I smoke it. So, and it's also going to give it that salty, crispy texture that I need as well. And I'll sprinkle some on after. Give that a bit of whisk. And also a little bit of liquid smoke. Now you don't need this, but I purchased it anyway because I just want to see how it goes. So this is a bit of a trial and error for me. So I'm only going to do a dash of liquid smoke. Because if you don't have smoke chips to smoke or smoker, you can basically just use liquid smoke in your mix and marinate your fillet of salmon. So I'm just going to do that just to enhance it, okay? So I'm going to tip that over like this. Don't worry about being too messy. It's going to be a little longer for this demonstration, but trust me, it will be the shizzle. And we're just going to wipe that over. Use your hands, don't be shy. As long as your hands are clean, all good. And this is going to give you the desired colour and marinade needed for it to caramelize and whatnot. And that's basically what we're after. So I'm going to wash my hands here. So it's probably best to actually do that 30 minutes before you smoke, because what that does is it helps marinate, but it also will help give it its colour, and then the flavour actually is soaked into the meat and it will taste better. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more of that smoked salt over it, because I want that texture, I want that crispy texture, and I'm going to get a bit of cracked pepper. I'm going to crack some pepper over it, because that's what I want. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it, oh look at that, see that? Looks better than the ones in the restaurant already. Lovely. And over here, what I've prepared, you can get this from any supermarket, is a basic, this is a oven roasting tray with a, I don't even know what they call this, but whatever it is, it's fantastic. And I've got a bit of parchment paper, which is a bit of this stuff here. And this is going to go on the base. I'm going to put my piece of salmon on that. So I'm going to bring this over here, like that. I'm going to place it here, and I'm going to lie my piece of salmon on it like so. Pretty simple, yep. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up this. Put that over there. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to show you, because I want some fresh herbs. Over here I have some coriander, fresh coriander. Get it from the Asian supermarket. It's cheaper than going to actual Countdown and whatnot. And I've got some fresh dill. Perfect complement with seafood, yeah? I'm going to rip some off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a knife, roughly just chop it up. Like so. And I'm going to smudge this over the top of it as well, using some of that leftover juice here. See, at home you don't have to be too fussy, you know, you can do whatever, you can use whatever. And then, here we go. I'm just going to sprinkle that over the top, look at that. Lovely. It doesn't get better than that, guys. And that's all you need for that. What I'm going to do is wash this chopping board. Always keep, you know, your working space clean. This is extremely hot water. And what I'm going to do now, let's get a nice little wipe. If I was to cut a piece of chicken or something, I would have swapped the chopping board. But because I'm just using fish, I'm not cross-contaminating anything. Bit of chili, boom. I love mine to have a bit of zing, my marinade. So I'm just going to chop this a little bit. And then I'm going to nicely chop that off. And then I'm just going to sprinkle a bit of this on as well. Remember, in the salt that I got, the smoked salt, it has actually some chili flakes in it. But I just want that extra zing. And last but not least, a lime and a lemon. At the supermarket, you can purchase one of these things. They're called zesters. And all you know, I'm going to experiment, show you guys how to use one. Basically, you hold it in your hand like that, hold your lemon like that, and you basically just run it down like that, and you're left with the rind, because all we want is the zest, yeah? Let me just quickly do that. This is quite a sharp one. It's new as well, so a bit of a version at using it. And you want this the zest just to go on the top there, and it's going to permeate. Or you can use a grater, whatever is easier for you guys to use. And that's pretty much what we're after. You can also squeeze a bit of lime juice on, just to give it that extra boost that you need. And basically that's ready to smoke. Leave that for 20 minutes if you can. What I've got on the other side here is some Manuka wood chips. Purchase, see, $4. Purchase from, you can get it from a fish outlet, Rebel Sport, any place that does sort of outdoor camping and all that type of stuff. Cheapest chips. and you'll probably be able